Welcome to Talk Wrestling here on NoDQ.com, and of course the official YouTube home for Talk Wrestling, Aaron Riff No DQ. Thank you all for your support of Talk Wrestling. As I always thank you guys. It's a crapshoot when I get to do these, but got a brand new tripod here, nice new setup here, so I wanted to hop on and talk about the latest and greatest news. First of all, I want to talk about the announcement, I think it was last week, out of the NXT universe, if you will, WarGames. I cannot express enough how excited and yet nervous I am about the return of A Match Beyond. Excited, of course, because WarGames is one of those things where, is it going to work in a PG environment? We've got, 2 rings, a double cage, teams of, apparently 3, in this case, battling it out, submit or surrender, I think. The reason I say I think is because there are 3 teams. The last time there were 3 teams inside the WarGames, it was a complete cluster. It wasn't even really WarGames. It was just happened to be inside the WarGames cage, the WarGames rings. But it was for the #1 contendership of WCW's World Championship. And Diamond Dallas Page, of course, won that match via pinfall, which is very weird for WarGames, and became the #1 contender, of course, the big match at Halloween Havoc against Da Man, Billy Boy. I'm not really sure what to think about WarGames having 3 teams again, because is this going to be a repeat on 98 where we're going to have a complete chaos and mayhem in a bad way, or are they going to stick to the tradition of WarGames and have it be submit or surrender after everybody has entered? How are they going to have everybody enter? Because you've got 3 teams of 3. Again, I cannot wait to see how they flesh this one out coming up in at NXT TakeOver. I don't know what to think, and that it kind of scares me, but kind of intrigues me at the same time. So we'll see what the WWE brass, NXT brass, come up with heading into the next TakeOver special. Something that's kind of sort of near and dear to my heart because I am such a fan of the old school, the traditions of wrestling. Talked about it on Twitter, been retweeting everything that they've been putting out, and I kind of announced it on the Hell in a Cell wrap-up show, live from the Boiler Room, if you will. It would appear that Billy Corgan's vision for the NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance, is moving forward. Dave Lagana is his vice president, and apparently head day-to-day, which is going to be cool to see. I've actually been talking with Dave here and there, and also in talks, let us pray, to have an interview with both Mr. Lagana and the reigning NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Tim Storm, who, if you don't follow Dave Marquez's Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, which is on the Fight TV app, you should. It's a great television program, and they are now working once again for the first time in 5 years with the National Wrestling Alliance, and Tim Storm brought the NWA World Heavyweight Championship back to broadcast television this past weekend. Here in LA, it's on KDOC TV, but like I said, you can see Championship Wrestling from Hollywood on the Fight TV app, along with the latest Ring of Honor, which I found out I can watch Ring of Honor. Yay, I'm so happy. Big things I'm expecting, hopefully, for the NWA and the World Heavyweight Champion Tim Storm, who surprised me, and it surprised a lot of people I've talked to, that they've gone with a gentleman in his 50s to reign as the guy in the NWA currently, but I love it. He's got a great look, he's got a great attitude, which is even more important, and I look forward to speaking with him here on this show, as well as Dave Lagana, who has been around many years. He's done work with WWE, of course, with the company formerly known, I believe it's still formerly known as TNA. I don't know if they are TNA again, I don't know. But I'll be interested to hear his insights on his past in wrestling companies and the future he holds within the National Wrestling Alliance. Cannot wait to see that. If you have questions for Dave Lagana or the World Heavyweight Champion Tim Storm, please send them my way, tweet them my way. Put a comment in the comment box here on YouTube. Let me know what you want to see when I have the big names of the National Wrestling Alliance here on Talk Wrestling, if it does indeed come to fruition. Last thing I want to talk about is something that I talked about on this big 30-minute broadcast I had taped last week, and then it went right in the crap can because I edited incorrectly. the Young Bucks, the Bullet Club, whatever you want to call Matt and Nick Jackson, are the subject of controversy, as they always are in professional wrestling. But they, along with Cody Rhodes and I believe Marty Scurll was out there with them, I don't know, and more than a few of their loyal, diehard fan base were at Raw 2 weeks ago out here in Ontario, California, where the LA Kings, there they are, minor league club play, the Ontario Reign, and they were causing quite a ruckus in Ontario. So much so that the WWE sent the Young Bucks a cease and desist letter, preventing them from throwing up the Too Sweet hand sign. I'm going to throw that there just to piss people off within the hierarchy, if you will. I think it's very bogus that the WWE believes that they have it in their ability to trademark a hand gesture, when at the end of the day, if anybody really wants to be upset about the Young Bucks using this hand gesture, it should be the offshoot of the Turkish Mafia, the Grey Wolves. Thank you. I was trying to think of that. The Grey Wolves, who originated this, as far as I know, and they're not to be trifled with. So I'm curious where this whole lawsuit, cease and desist letter is going to take place, how it's going to pan out. I think it's ridiculous. I think the fact that WWE feels the need to be a big bully when they're trying to be a star, right? And to send the Bucks a cease and desist just because they're throwing up the Too Sweet, bogus. So bogus. And I would think the WWE would appreciate the fact that people still, enjoy seeing the sign originated in wrestling-wise by the Clique. And I've not seen one member of the Clique, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, The Outsiders, X-Pac, even PJ Polacco, the other guys that were friends of the Clique, say one freaking peep about any of it. And other than the fact that WWE threw up, how they became the Clique videos all over social media the following day. So, again, this is WWE trying to put their spin on things, trying to make people remember that they are the big cheese. They are the big honcho in wrestling or in sports entertainment. Excuse me, Mr. McMahon. And they can do what they want because they are the WWE. I think personally we should all, take the time and applaud the Young Bucks and applaud the Bullet Club for not letting this latest development get them down. They immediately put up a picture of Matt and Nick censoring the Too Sweet and censoring the word sweet in the phrase Too Sweet with cease and desist on it. It became the #1 selling shirt on Pro Wrestling Tees for September, and they put it out at the end of September. I think that's awesome that the Bucks have that kind of momentum. The Bucks have that kind of credibility going for them in wrestling, that they can put up anything they want on a wrestling website and people will immediately retweet it, like it, and go out and buy the merchandise. I applaud Matt and Nick. I've watched them for many years. I was there for, I believe, their first PWG match, and saw them win the PWG tag team titles with Dylan's mom, and it was a great moment. I actually managed the Epic War champion Marcus Riot and Teddy Hart in a tag team match against the Young Bucks. God, that was 10 years ago. Isn't that awful how time just flies? So I've been watching the Bucks. I've known the Bucks for many, many years. I think they're tremendous talents. I think they are they are the best tag team in wrestling today, period. Not just signed by WWE. They are the best tag team in the world right now. They're showing it everywhere they go in Japan and here in the United States. They are the top guys. You want to call people top, as far as top guys, the Revival? No, the top guys are the Young Bucks, and I applaud their efforts and I applaud everything they're doing, and God bless Matt and Nick Jackson. So, with that controversial statement, I will wrap up this edition of Talk Wrestling. Don't forget to check out NoDQ.com for all the latest in news and professional wrestling, and we will see you next time. Hey guys, real quick, I know I already did the whole thing and signed off, but I wanted to come real quick before you guys and make a plea. I was doing some math last night in my research of doing the show and realized that the Royal Rumble is going to be in Philadelphia next year on January 28th. And was starting to think, okay, well, maybe I can go back and, spend the week, with friends back east or, do different things. And I thought, wait a minute, Philadelphia. that's where our country, the United States, was really, really born. You know, I mean, we had Independence Halls there where they signed the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, as far as I know. So I'm gonna do a little more research, but I need your guys' help. So what I've done, I set up a GoFundMe. I'll have Aaron put the link at the bottom here in the comments, as well as I hope on the screen, Aaron. If you can do that for me, that'd be awesome. What I'd like to do is ask all of you, the Talk Wrestling viewers, to donate $10. And if you donate the $10, as in, yeah, Ty Dillinger, right? $10, you will get to co-host an episode of Talk Wrestling with me on NoDQ.com. You can say whatever you want on my show. You can answer the questions from the fans. You can cover the weekend review with me. Whatever you guys want to do on your episode of Talk Wrestling, that you can do. The goal is $2,000. It's going to cover flight, hotel, everything. But if everybody that watches Talk Wrestling and everybody on my Facebook and everybody, donates $10, we're on our way. So thank you guys very much. And again, for everybody No DQ, we will see you next time.